So tell the audience a little bit more about your inspiration for starting the Sawyer Online Club, and then also the work that you're doing on your blog.
Oh, absolutely. It's something that you brought up briefly, in that the experience of being an eldest daughter is not something that is talked about enough. It briefly sparked a little fire, a little outrage, right? On TikTok. I want to say it was last year when a psychologist, I want to say, actually coined a phrase to lump in all of the commonalities between all of the eldest daughters that she's worked with. Things like constantly putting other people's needs before their own, struggling with setting boundaries and saying no, feeling overwhelmed by responsibility, perfectionism, resentment and anger, stress and anxiety, and even identity challenges, right? So when she first brought this up, the internet caught on fire and so many eldest daughters came out of the woodworks and were like, yo, someone finally can see me. I'm not crazy. Like I'm loving this, right? But that fire, it sparked, it burned bright for a little moment, and then it kind of dimmed. My work in coaching as a coach / mentor, I began to notice just in my own journey of healing from all of the things that are associated with eldest daughter syndrome, that not only did I identify with it, but I can also identify it in all of the women that were closest to me. There's this phenomenon between eldest daughters where we all tend to gravitate towards each other. If you have one eldest daughter, you can bet if she has 5 friends, you can bet at least 3 of those are also going to be eldest daughters. And so in my coaching practice and in my mentoring practice with working primarily with eldest daughters, I started to notice and be able to recognize, okay, you know what? These things are applying here. And these things seem to be the bedrock for why these women have reached a plateau in their lives, or how they found themselves in a position where they can't see beyond what they can see. If I can find a way to address these things with these eldest daughters, help them to regain their confidence, help them to boost their self-esteem, help them to be able to disassociate or detach in a way from their role as being an eldest daughter, and help them to step more fully into embracing and accepting their own individuality, and instead start to pursue some of their own dreams, goals, aspirations throughout life, then we can break that barrier that exists between eldest daughters and the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth borns, and all of the things that she wants to accomplish. As far as my inspiration for starting the Sawyer Club, I aspire to be a magazine editor. I aspire to start a magazine, and I really love writing. It's my go-to medium. Like I said, with Threads, I fell in love with it almost immediately because it is a writing app, right? You get to share your thoughts. You get to engage back and forth with people. And the two kind of marry into each other with me wanting to have that magazine because, of course, there's a lot of eldest daughters who are business owners. A lot of eldest daughters, once they hit things like corporate burnout, or once they feel like they've reached the tops of their heads, have begun to reach that glass ceiling and they can't break through. They decide, you know what, my mission, my purpose is not done here. I'm going to break through it, but I'm going to break through it on my own. So I said, I would like to bring in more eldest daughters, more business owners, more entrepreneurs. I want to bring a spotlight to them. I want to help amplify their voices across all platforms, across all mediums. I want to help get visibility for them. I want to help break open that door for them in doing the magazine style. So my blog is just like an introduction, if you will. My website is an introduction, if you will, to things that are going to come in the future.